Hi, thanks for joining me in my market report. My name is Mike, and for those who are new to my reports, we kind of go over mortgage rates. We kind of go look into what's impacting them on a daily basis. So we do this every single day. If you're not aware, mortgage-backed securities are what drives mortgage rates. They are packaged and sold on Wall Street just like stocks, as any investment vehicle out there. And this is why we have sometimes volatility with mortgage rates. They can change on a daily basis, multiple times on a volatile day. For the most part, they are a little bit more conservative and a little more slow moving in general, but can change. They can change. So we kind of like to get that information out there so that way if you're in the market to refinance or look to uh, purchase, at least you got some ideas as to which trend mortgage rates are moving. Hopefully, near present and short term. Here we kind of look more short term. We'll kind of give you the information, what's it, what's ahead for you guys, so that way you guys can make an educated decision for yourselves if you want to kind of float or if you guys would like to kind of lock in before rates get worse. Try to protect yourselves. So, without a little bit about myself is I am a loan officer. I do work with a national lender, so we're here to assist in any capacity, whether if it's questions about these mortgage rates and these videos I create, or if you want to learn a little bit more about what's available as mortgage programs out there to maybe the process. If you're looking to refinance or purchase, we'd love to be able to talk to you, help you out, how we can assist you in those manners as well. We do got a wide variety of loan programs out there, and we do close in a good amount of time with great customer service. We're here for you guys. We can do loans in all 50 states. Uh, so without further ado, why don't we jump right into the video or jump in with the economic report. We'll start off with the preliminary data. So we'll get a final later on in the month, but market manufacturing PMI for the month of August. The previous report came in at 63.4. Um, no, these aren't preliminary. My bad. These are probably going to be the final since we're at the end of the month there. Market manufacturing PMI August. So we had a preview of 63.4 back in July. Forecast gone for 62.5, and it came down to 61.2. So we're seeing in August manufacturing declining, and then we also got the services sector. So we had a 59.9 forecast gone for a slight dip to 59.5, and it dropped much further down to 55.2. So we're seeing pretty significant drops here for both manufacturing and services, and this is of course being related more towards the effects of the Delta variant, as we see more cases going up, and we're seeing the economy slowing down a little bit as a result. So these are obviously playing a factor in that. Then we also got existing home sales for the month of July. So in June, it was revised slightly higher from 5.86 seasonally adjusted 5.86 million seasonally adjusted units to 5.87. Forecast is supposed to dip slightly to 5.83. However, it increased to 5.99. And a lot of that is attributed to a little bit higher inventory. We did get a bit of a bump up in inventory, so we're able to get that to go up a little bit higher. So that's obviously good news for those who are in the market and looking to move. Let's jump ahead, take a look at let's touch on what's ahead here this week. We do got a lot of data coming out this week. We get the GDP for the first look at the GDP for the second quarter. We're going to have durable goods. We're going to have an important important piece also on Friday, which is the PCE. That's the Fed's favorite gauge for inflation. So we'll have to see if that will slow down, at least see if that's still rising or if that's going to come down like the CPI report showed that it came down slightly. Now, another important event that's going to come out is, which I'll touch on here in the headline news, is that, as we said last week, the Jackson Hole Symposium will be coming up this week at 26th through the 28th, where the Fed will get together and kind of talk. So a lot of investors are going to be listening to that. So let's touch on that here in a minute. Stocks are up. They're kind of buying on the dip, so to speak, and shaking off the negative economic news. A lot of it has to do with bad news is good news in a way. As we touched on the upcoming Jackson Hole Symposium, there's been talk about initially they thought the Fed was going to start, based on the notes of their last meeting, they thought the Fed may start talking about now that they may start tapering here much sooner. Now we're seeing a lot more cases of the Delta variant. It may slow or stunt economic growth. The Fed, we've had some comments by Kaplan, for example, who has mentioned that he would be willing to soften his stance of tapering too soon. So we may see some of that talk coming up, that it may come in later in the year, like November, December, like they initially thought. And so the stocks are shaking that. So the bad news is, in this case, good news for investors, that they're going to prolong this a little bit longer. The um, stimulus that the Fed has currently been doing since the whole COVID event here. Also, some good news is that FDA did approval for the Pfizer-BioNTech, so that came out earlier this morning. So we got a lot of stock market, like the AMC's and a lot of the movie theaters. They're hoping for returns, so that way more those who are unvaccinated feel a little bit more confident to go get the vaccination, and then also, in that case, also go out to more movies and go out and do more social events. So again, we'll touch on the Jackson Hole Symposium. They're hoping they're going to be listening to uh, the Fed's, especially Jerome Powell's speech, which will be on Friday. They want to see if there's any talk about if they're going to be tapering anytime soon, or if it's going to be prolonged maybe later on, if they're going to wait to see what the effects of the Delta variant has on the economy. They're going to watch for any clues of that nature. So, and it won't be actually a live person event like last year. It's going to be over online, as concerns over the Delta variant. They want to try to make it as safe as possible, so they're going to go ahead and have it streaming via streaming service. Let's jump ahead, see how this is playing out in mortgage-backed securities and what rates are doing. So we're up about 8 basis points, but as you can see here, we did start off much lower, below the 50-day moving average. Now we're up about 8 basis points. Not quite enough for a price improvement, but if we can continue, we may see something later in the day. But however, right now, about 8 basis points. We're up 8 basis points from where we left off on Friday, which is good news, at least in the same trajectory where we want to go. And we'll kind of watch that again, see if that continues, or if this is going to stutter and kind of go backwards again. Here's yields. Yields kind of creeping up to the 25-day moving average, sitting just under 126 at 1.255. And again, mortgage rates, again, unchanged from Friday's pricing, but we may see some improvement later in the day, or perhaps even tomorrow, if we can close upwards and then show some improvement, coupled with any improvement for tomorrow as with today's gains. All right, folks, I hope that is useful for you. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos. If you guys liked it, please smash that like button. It helps us out. If you guys got questions about anything, please feel free to reach out. We're here to assist you in any capacity as possible. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.